I'm going to get on with making some of my little side dishes. The first one I'm going to make is inari, and these are little tofu pockets, and we're going to stuff these with Japanese rice and a few little decorations. And these can be served room temperature, so as they cool down, there's no problem with that. They can just be set aside. And all you need to do is just tease this open here, and we're just going to stuff these little pockets with some of our rice. I love how simple some of this can be, and yet provide a real visual delight and a taste sensation. These pockets are fermented bean curd, and they're slightly sweetened, so that with the savoury rice inside, it's kind of nice, it's good, it sort of hits every part of your palate. You can find them in an Asian supermarket, and they tend to sit on the shelf, not in the freezer section or the deli section, which was a new discovery for me. Now, a little bit of decoration for those, because it is all about the presentation. So I've got some black sesame seeds. That contrast on the white grains I just think looks really lovely. A couple of little accompaniments to these. We've got pickled ginger here, a little jug of soy sauce, and then daikon radish. Now, this is a daikon radish. And often in Japanese food you get this little pile of white sort of cold mushy stuff, and it comes from the daikon. So I'm just going to lop a piece off, and it needs to be peeled. Just grate this so that you do get that mushy texture. And this is one of those vegetables that's got a really high water content, so it works nicely as a palate cleanser. It's really rather refreshing. Oh! Look at the purity of it. It looks like a little pile of snow. These can be served cold, so I can get on with making my last side dish, some fresh green beans with a sesame dressing. So first of all, I just want to prepare my beans, and I'm just going to cook these ever so slightly, just to take a little bit of that crunch off them. Now I need to nip the ends off my beans. Here we go. Tiny bit of water in here, and I'm just going to bring that to the boil. Now I can make that sesame dressing for the beans. I really love this dressing because it's really simple, and it sort of repeats some of those common flavours that we see in Japanese cuisine. So we've got some mirin, and I'm using 2 tablespoons of that, and 1 tablespoon of a light soy sauce, a little splash of sake in there. Because this is a dressing, we want a little bit more of the tartness, so 1 tablespoon there of the rice wine vinegar as well. Now, final ingredient here is a sesame paste. So let's start off with a good 2 tablespoons of this. You could use tahini, which is just ground sesame seeds without the toasting of them. That's fine. All right. Now, I know that those beans have been cooking now for 2 or 3 minutes, so let's have a look at those. Oh, they look great. I want to make sure that those beans really keep their colour, and the best way to do that is to plunge them into ice cold water. And instantly that takes the temperature down, which hopefully keeps the colour, and it also means that you've got that crunch in there as well. Now I want to make sure that these beans are nice and dry so that dressing or sauces stick to them. That's the deal. Now popping our beans on here for that beautiful colour as well as the crunch. A little bit of height always looks good on a plate. Not too much so that it's kind of the towering 80s or anything, but you know. And now our lovely sesame dressing on here, and just drizzle a little bit over the beans. It's a very strong dressing, so you don't need a whole lot of it.